This is Brian. Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. And it's the Grizzlies to start it out. Morant looking for an opening. Grant, when you talk about these two teams tonight, I think it's fair to expect a barrage of three-point shooting.
Oh, for sure, B.A. That's the usual game plan from both sides. It's going to be raining threes here tonight. And if they're falling, it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
And they'll keep possession. Here's Edey. Ooh, tough possession there. They stayed with it. Just couldn't make the shot. Smith in the high post. Back to Green. Smith outside. Launches a three. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. And we discussed his plan for Ja Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there. Ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. B.A.?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one, too, assuming his countryman, Victor Wembanyama, doesn't start taking the reins.
Now, here's Green, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
Pass to Morant. Throws it up high. Ooh, stolen by Smith. And here's Green from the arc. Another three from Houston.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Here's Morant. The shot from the low post is good.
Well, that's just their first make in 5 attempts. Maybe that bucket can ignite their offense.
Smith right side. On the wing, Thompson. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Yeah, the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Jackson the screen. Here's Pippen. No good from outside. And it's Houston's ball. Big run right now for him, 11-2.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
Now here's Morant. Doing some damage on the offensive end. Putting up a little over 14 points a game. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Van Vliet. Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up from 17. Another one falls for Houston.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Pass to Pippen. It's hauled in by Houston.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
And down it goes. 2 points.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
From deep, Morant. And it's Gobert with a rebound. And here are the Rockets. They're on a 17-4 run.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Jackson. The three is up. Good, and the setup by Morant.
And Jackson Jr. takes a good number of threes for a reason, because he's confident in his ability to drain it from here.
Van Vliet outside. Takes the three. Not going to go that time. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. It's Houston. They lead by 12. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play. This one has been one-sided so far. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
The Rockets lead by 12. Well, Coach, one of the more electric players in the NBA, Ja Morant.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brian. High-flying, acrobatic at the rim, just a supreme athlete, and he is without a doubt one of the most exciting players this league has to offer. Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And that one's good for Brooks.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Morant. Morant with the slam!
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say? You give Morant about an 11 there?
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be, rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
I just love the ball movement.
Grizzlies trail by 21. Pass to Morant. On the wing, Bane. Now Morant. Here's Pippen. Brooks defending. Now Jackson. And it's Whitmore with the rebound.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Bosh, no good. And so it's Memphis with it. When this game's over.
Wow!
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Bosh, no good. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. 19-point game. And the basket by Pippen. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. Jackson, the screen. Jackson on the wing. The three ball. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, just great energy. Stayed with the play all the way through.
Here's Whitmore outside. And that comes off the assist by Green. Whitmore's got his first 3 points of the game.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Tipped away. Pass to Edey. Eason pulls it in. The Rockets lead by 17. The three. To the left side wing. Here's Bosch. Pure from three-point range. Bosch has got 8 points in the quarter.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. A minute 15 left in the first half. Pass to Kennard. Clock at 6. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there. Green's got 9 points.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Pass to Jackson. Jackson on the wing. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Here's Green. 9 points in the game. 12 seconds left in the first half of this game. Pass to Bosch. Whitmore with it. Green for 3. And Houston another 3.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And so it's the Houston Rockets. A huge 24-point lead for them. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back to the game after this break. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And here's Houston. They're off to battle the Trailblazers after this one, as they'll be playing at Moda Center. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. The 3 from Thompson. They get it again. Back to Tate. Pass to Van Vliet. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 5.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
You know, Grant and Van Vliet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. Van Vliet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. No wonder nothing seems to faze him. Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's Pippen. Second half getting started. About a minute played. 6 on the shot clock. This one for 3. The Rockets pull it in.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, Jabari Smith Jr. is making some serious strides, and Coach Ime Udoka praised him and said his all-around game, his confidence, great defensive versatility. He's starting to handle and make plays for others. Shooting is a huge asset for him, but we want him to post up and find his mid-range shots as well, where he can rise up over guys. Brian?
He is certainly one to watch, Allie. Thank you. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue. Wow. Smith going for a slam. He wants everyone to know that he's arrived.
Timeout call, Memphis. Some changes for Memphis. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. And here's Morant. Give him 8. Outside Bane. Pass to Edey. Outside Morant. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And the basket by Pippen.
Well, the threat of Ja scoring really opens up the opportunity for assists.
And when it comes to the Grizzlies, they're a team that's hungry to take that next step, Greg.
Yeah, and they've got the core to do it, BA. You got Morant, Bane, and Jackson. They're all all-star caliber players and still in their mid-20s. So they've got a lot of great chemistry and time to get it right.
Thompson's shot is off.
Well, that miss was caused by the defense. They were all over him.
Pippen, no good.
Good shot, gone bad. Got to finish there.
The 3, Smith. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Pass to Morant.
2 minutes remaining.
Jackson, the screen.
2 minutes.
The putback. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Three-pointer, Van Vliet. And Houston, another 3.
And a speedy offensive play by Van Vliet, pulling up out of nowhere for a shot.
.136 left in the third. Over to the wing. Here's Pippen. Give him 8 points now. Stolen by Van Vliet. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. And Tate gets it to go. Tate's got his first 2 points of the night.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. Outside Tate. Pass to Van Vliet. Picked by Smith. Fires the 3. And he can't get that one. Up top, Morant. Ooh, stolen by Smith. And it's Tate off the drive. And finished off by Tate.
Yeah, nice read by Gobert. When he's providing an assist, that is a big bonus.
Some room here for Bane. Tate grabs the board.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And again, it's Memphis missing. And so it's the Houston Rockets holding a massive 34-point lead to end the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off.
The Grizzlies, 25.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions, those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
And play stops. A whistle
That's
there
great.
on what looks like an illegal screen.
First personal
All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Grant?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There's some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well.
Outside Morant. To the left wing. Oh, it's stolen by Eason. Pass to Whitmore. Second chance shot. Here's Bosch. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Houston?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
Outside for Brooks. Back to Green. 6 to shoot. Outside Whitmore. Pass to Brooks. Back to Whitmore. Grizzlies with the rebound. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Morant. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
personal foul.
You know, Coach, when you watch Ja Morant play, it's hard to think of anyone else as explosive as he is.
Yeah, Brian, he can make a defender look like he's standing still. The burst that Morant has with his first step is unrivaled. Probably the best burst in the entire league.
Truly is a human highlight reel in this modern day. Eason, good.
The defense was just nowhere to be found. And because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Jackson for three. That one no good. And it's Houston's ball. Out left to the wing. And it's hammered home by Green.
Scoring is Jalen Green's top skill. I mean, he can pile up the points in a hurry.
Eason with a steal. Green in the post. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. Jaren Jackson picks one up. Free throw no good for Green. Coach, what's the challenge of NBA travel like?
Well, look, all of us in the NBA just have to come clean on this. We travel on first-class charters. We're taken care of as well as you can possibly be taken care of. It's just that there's a lot of travel in an NBA season, and if you're on the coast, you probably feel it a little bit more even than the teams in the middle of the country.
Jackson for three. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
That one goes. Count it.
And fighting his way through. Green not afraid in there with the big boys.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Morant, no good. And it's Houston's ball. 9 points in a row, a good run going. Whitmore with it, guarded by Morant. Three-pointer. And it's Whitmore missing.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Rockets.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And so this will lock down their 15th win of the year.
And with this victory, they conclude this season series, having won 3 out of 4 games these two teams played.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jalen Green.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
Outside for Morant. There's Jackson with the three. Good, and the setup by Morant.
Yeah, I like the assertive approach from Jackson Jr., not hesitating for a second off the catch.
There's 25 seconds left in the final quarter. Outside, Green. Late clock, Houston's got to hurry. Eason. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The drive by Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.